Hello, this is Lisa Lucia ARden. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate your time today. I wanted to say this is an emergency. We are talking about the AI. There's many things going on today, and right now is a big day today for the news because of the situations that are coming to fruition and also to revelation. But this is very serious, and we're going to continue about the education of the AI and how AI is going to affect the people and the children. And I've been working on this before 2020, and I'll show you in my book. But I know that you know this, many know this, that I'm the one that asked Elon Musk to come in to help us politically before 2024. If you notice, he wasn't political, but he was a great, one of the greatest philanthropists and greatest people, obviously, to help America to give jobs and so forth. And I know there's some discrepancies the way you look at his situation, but he has helped immensely with our offices and also making us aware. And so we need to look at that as a good thing. And even though he's making robots, there's still many jobs that are available for people and children and the people. And we are coming together in truth and reconciliation. And we cannot deny that we did find many things in the offices that need to be cleaned up. President Trump, Elon Musk, and all the people working together. As I asked in 2011 to check the offices, my name is Lisa Lucia ARden. I'm the first presidential advisor under President Trump. And because I asked President Trump to come in before even 2016. So here is our beautiful Elon Musk, and he's going to discuss and make it a point because he is the expert on computer systems. But I've been warning about how it could affect the people for years. So here it is.
Adherence to truth is the most important thing for AI safety. And obviously empathy for humanity and life as we know it. Digital superintelligence. That'll happen before Neuralink is at scale. But what Neuralink can effectively do is solve the input-output bandwidth constraints. Especially our output bandwidth is very low. The sustained output of a human over the course of a day is less than 1 bit per second. So it's 86,400 seconds in a day, and it is extremely rare for a human to output more than that number of symbols per day. So certainly for several days in a row. So you really with a Neuralink interface, you can massively increase your output bandwidth and your input bandwidth.
So he's speaking about the information systems and the output, but it's very important what we bring out there. And the children and the people are going to be seen, and it has to be correct, and it has to be footnoted, especially in academic areas and business.
Yeah, I can't emphasize this enough. A rigorous adherence to truth is the most important thing for AI safety.
See, the truth is the most important thing for safety. The truth. But it has to be the highest truth, and there's different subjective ideas in some systems, in some subjects. So we have to be very careful on that when we teach the children. And what formats, what programs are we going to be using? Let's go. I want to show you this book. This book is ARden to give to the world. This book, okay? But this is February the 7th, 2016. I wrote this. But it was before February the 7th of 2016. I wrote this idea and subject. I was told and shown again, remind the people of America that we need to seek justice under God to save America in American way. And the precepts of the Constitution, and seek to save the poor, lower and middle class. Our children need to be protected from just being robotic replica controlled by the technological powers and powers of the world. See, I wrote this before 2016. Are you with me? That sentence. This sums up everything in relationship to AI. We have to be careful. It has to be the truth. War has been declared against everything supernatural because being the supernatural stand for God. And because it is God that they want to tear out of the mind and the heart of man, because they want to have control. This is what Pope the 10th tells us about. We want to be a fairer, stronger, pure, and brighter, and luster of distinguished virtues. And that's why in my books I talk about virtues. The children need to learn virtues. And then they can assess when they come across a sentence or ideas about AI and how they could use it to the best of the highest form of justice, and as Elon says, of truth, the highest truth. This is what the world has done in technological times with massive power. They wanted to control, and we cannot have that. We need to go on and work together in truth.
This book was written
before 2016, and many of these things were written in 2011.
America
has brought the greatest beauties in earth, death to life, seeds of life of a nation under God that are given and have been received in God's eyes. All the people are most of immigrants, and new life have come. Let us not forget, we are the greatest country for enlightenment of the Industrial Revolution with Britain in the late 1800s and 19th century. That's what our beautiful First Lady Melania was talking about, President Trump. We were the forerunner before the technological time, and we uplifted the West and East. Without us, they could never be who they are. You can never give your countries up. You're going to be fighting for freedom for the rest of your life to save our countries. But if you give it up to these barbaric people of disrespect of hell, of Islamic regime, you're going to be worse. You're going to have to be fighting the rest of your life, and you'll see right in front of your face the death of your child, your family, the rape, not only physically, but rape of your authentic being, of the legacy of what your forefathers developed. The entire world of other powerhouse countries have used the minds and unceasing perseverance and blood, sweat, and tears of America's gifts, of UK's gifts, of Belgium's gifts, of Poland's gifts, of Ireland's gifts, of Scotland's gifts, as France's gifts. They took that first substance of being and used it. And China did, and Russia even, and Iran, and North Korea, and now they want to take us down, but they won't. They won't. We're going to seek first peace and diplomacy.
Diplomacy and
peace.
Think now, think.
This book was written before 2016. Industrial Revolution and now all the technological development of America alone. The gift of Steve Jobs has God's mastermind of computers is the first substance of being of beauty of America. But I'll never forget, we always need to bring the beauty of technology for the people, like anything else. But technology is very dangerous. Just like Elon Musk said, it could form the minds of children, so it has to be correct. It has to be true, and it has to be footnoted when it's used.
And it has to be overseen. And who is that leader?
Because I saw there was a teacher they had sitting with my beautiful First Lady at one of the meetings. Who is that leader? That's going to decide what the AI is going to be, and he shouldn't just be there. There should be people for conservative ideas. And he was European that was talking about the substance of what the AI is going to be. We have to be very careful who writes these AI informations. And you need to teach the children. They may not be right.
We have to be careful
that America does not feel ashamed that this was written in 2014. I remember. I remember I was praying, that was 2015, but 2015 and 2014, that the people do not become ashamed because they can't produce.
Because they took away
from us our production and we need to get it back, which we are under President Trump and the team. Technology is a great invention. However, it needs to have balance. The most detrimental is the technological age that has controlled the minds and the actions of the people and children. Age has controlled the minds and the action of the people and the children, which we cannot. The mind control eradicates the true authentic thinking. There it is. The mind control eradicates the true authentic thinking. We cannot have that. We need to let the children think.
That's what
All this movies and all these, some of these entertainments and all the information on the news, they try to psych us out about one subject that we really need to concentrate on another. I realize America is the greatest now as a whole, though we will still need to prepare for production because we cannot have a continuous downfall in production.
we need to go in sweetness and power and love and
Tenderness with the children, but it has to be true.
it has to be true. We cannot overlook
And here's
another book. I'll show you Arise to God's Truth.
Here it is right here.
This is written in
2020. Virtue of God and victorious. See,
virtues are really
the justice and virtues are really the protection of Washington, D.C. that President Trump is doing in the team and also Chicago. Communities need to be watched closely. Remember, since technology causes all movements of life to move faster, at times unexpectedly, and like the speed of light, unexpectedly and imbalance, it can be detrimental, impeding the human person
creativity and even pure
original ideas. The heart desires innately to find and know the images to bring for humanity. Therefore, we need to empower the people. Empower the people.
We need to empower the people. Do you understand? The people have to be empowered. We will succeed.
God never forgets the home he has given to all his people. When we seek righteousness, justice, that's what we're doing. We need to go through each area, each state, and they need protection. The people can't even walk down the street in Chicago.
We need to restore now in the
Continuous heart of God, we are looking and living a life in the heart of virtue. When a person experiences injustices or when a person is disrespectful, someone in community is treacherous and even uses trickery, we need to speak up and tell them.
And here it is by Ronald Reagan.
Above all, we must realize that no arsenal, no weapon in the arsenals of the world is no formidable as the will and moral courage of free men and women. It is a weapon an adversary in today's world do not have. Directly in front of me, the momentum and the
To a monumental
man, George Washington, father of our country. So we need to always be a free man, free woman.
America's moral
Courage of free men and women today, for the first time in American history, have we had to overcome the condition and position she America's in. The people work to survive, and many cannot have time to understand and recognize the emergency of the diversity of areas that have been conformed and formed secretly and trickery against the intention of God's purpose. We can restore America. We can restore UK. We can restore Ireland and Scotland and France and Finland and Belgium and Australia. Should be ashamed of themselves. There needs to be new laws with London right away. Virtue, action, righteousness, life. When there is actions in crime, there will be a breakdown for those who did the crime. Criminal action causes criminal life. when we do actions to protect American humanity, we will get God's promise. But when you have a criminal action, you get a criminal life. That's what they were trying to explain to you, why they needed to clean up Washington, D.C., and every state needs to be cleaned up. Peace, you get justice. But when you talk about peace, you know there's a problem that it needs to be delivered. America needs to be loved in God. America needs to be first. UK needs to be first in our people. You can't give up your legacy. The people will be fighting against you all along. So you might as well go back to your original tradition and culture, because the people will not accept it, and you'll have war in your countries for the rest of your life, like Hamas and Israel, because Israel never wants to give up the freedom.
And Hamas keeps on
Going back. Do you understand? It's the same analogy.
and America needs
Not to be used as masonry. This is very serious.
it is politically incorrect.
To speak of masonry, this chapter is on restoration of healing. If we do not proclaim and reveal the levels of injustices, masonry are evil. We are not identifying the God's truth. And masonry could be used in AI. They could try to control the minds of the people.
We have to be very careful.
When we disclose and reveal injustice of masonry, we recognize that it's not God's truth. Injustice in masonry. And
Some people don't really
realize it's a secondary belief system.
eat from both tables.
We cannot have that. And that's another story. And I got in trouble for talking about that.
The children need to learn necessary skills
Of job interviewing and jobs. Master report each year. Classes should be prepared for each student's interest. Regular field trips need to be taken out in nature and report, not just written by hands-on projects. They need to be produced. They are eliminating the integration of the vast hours of using technology. It has to be eliminated. So many hours of technology. You need to work hands-on and reading and writing and critical analyzing what they have learned. Protection of other salient entities for children. Note, these are just notes to inspire the prayerfully take care of the children, empowering them. These are outlines that are excellent outlines that could be used, and all they need to do is pursue it.
proper.
Filter water needs to be available for each school, and the children can receive clean water. Candies and foods, preservatives, and sodas should not be in the schools. All phones and technology computers need to be blocked from pornography. And not use the phones while they're in school. As we have in the news, online cheating is found, and assignments have to be surveyed. Handwriting, in some cases, is essential in higher grades. I know there are schools already that have incorporated these ideas. Retired professional and skilled people can be regular lecturers and participate in volunteer systems. Our present public education system needs to be relevant to America's history in a globalized world and what needs to be restored in our country and communities. You need to teach the children what's directly relevant to what needs to be restored in our communities. Our present children need skills training in every area of work. Creative science develops in solving problems in society. All necessary developments are relevant information systems. Taught can be applied to hands-on access, real-life experiences for the children. And it goes on. There's many things that we discuss what children need.
In AI, we have
to be very, very careful for AI, because it has to be true. It has to be real.
it has to be. We can incorporate
Miraculous science and technology. We are going to use it in a positive way. Technology, we can incorporate miraculous science and technology, Western and Eastern medicine, environmental exposure to nature and focused identity development. And this is also in medical, because we talk about medical, and we'll get to that 1 out of every 31 children have autism, and I believe it has something to do with the immunization shots, and also foods and things in the air. I saw that President Trump, and I'll show you in our beautiful RFK, beautiful President Trump and a beautiful team. Another lady representative there. I didn't get her name. You'll be seeing it. All those beautiful people. And when I say beautiful, that means it's the first beauty, substance of being that God made the greatest beauty. They're making beauty to beauty.
Do you understand? So the AI has
To discuss this when the children talk about that. That you have to be careful about the pharmaceuticals. And the immunizations, I believe, as a medical practitioner for 20 years, and a scientist, I'm a scientist and a medical practitioner. That was my first information with humanitarian. And that I believe, just like President Trump said, looking at all, because he's a negotiator and a thinker and looks at everything, okay? He said that they told the results, one out of every 31 have autism, children. I believe it from the immunizations. And he mentioned, I'm so happy, the foods, and also the chemical spraying, and also things we use in the kitchen in everyday life. It's very serious. It needs to be taken care of right away. Thank you so much. I'm so excited. I'm so grateful. And we need to bring everything to the cross.
to be redeemed for us as Christians. That's what we need. But even if you're not Christians, our life has
to be redeemed. We have to redeem the children's life. Did you see that 7,000 children? And I'll get on that too. Putin sold 7,000. Is that true? Children into slavery? Because I kept on asking during the war, where are the children from Ukrainians in Russia? Where are they? I asked many, many times.
This is Lisa Lucia ARden. Thank you so much for your time.
I appreciate your time. We need to find those children, okay?
Find those children.
And that's what I asked. This is not something I just made up, but I've been asking since the war's been going on, where are all the children? And is that true? Someone's trying to say from LAD, LAD, the news system, newspaper. They said that 7,000 or more, maybe more, children are stolen, lost, and in child trafficking. Is that true? But where are they? Where are they? Where are the children from the war? We're all responsible. I don't care whether you're a mailman, whether you're a politician, whether you're a advisor, presidential advisor as myself, or whether you're a mother. We all need to pray, and we're all responsible. And I don't care what country you're from. We're all responsible. It's not like in the old days that we don't know what's going on. We're not like when Hitler burned the Jews, okay? And the Germans, they couldn't do anything about it because they were controlled by the military. It's not like that anymore. We have nations that are strong and powerful and technology that we could use as a tool to bring back those children and find them. And where are all those billionaires? Go find those children now. You are chosen. You're the chosen one, billionaires, to find those children. It doesn't have anything to do with me. It says in the Bible, Daniel 4. And the Bible might be a book, okay? Okay? It might be a book like you say it's a book. And I meant it might. It is a book. But I'm saying the Bible is a book, correct? But it's true. They had experience. They knew that Nebuchadnezzar lived in Cyrus, Nebuchadnezzar. They knew that there was a Daniel, and they knew that there was Israelites, and they knew their country went down because he was pompous and said he did everything for himself. Like our beautiful Putin. He is a Nebuchadnezzar that hasn't turned away from Satan. He's on the field of the beast with right next to China. I hate to say it. My friend that I love so much, Putin, is right there. It's terrible. He's my friend. I've always loved Putin. And it's terrible. And God loves him, and he's very sad